Scoreboard Show with all the scores, highlights, and commentary from our team of experts around the state. From the mountains to the Gulf Coast, nobody covers high school football like we do. Presented by the Alabama Community College System, Central Alabama Community College, Southeastern Land Group, Russell Dewitt Centers, the Alabama Department of Transportation, Southern Union State Community College, and the Alabama National Guard. Now, let's talk football. It's the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show from the AHSAA Radio Network.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome into the latest edition of the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. I am Andy Graham alongside Luke Robinson, filling in for JJ tonight as he was unfortunately suspended for stealing office supplies.
Technically, you're filling in for me, and I'm filling in for you.
This is true.
I'm just glad JJ wasn't caught up in that FBI sting this week.
That is a good thing for sure. JJ will be back next week, only serving a one-game suspension. So thank goodness for that. But don't worry, it was just number 3 pencil, so nobody really cares. Luke, it is 1 week away from the end of the regular season. It's been a long, strange journey, but here we are. Teams jockeying for position in the playoffs. Some teams, of course, have already set up their schedule. They're taking the week off next week, but a lot of teams will be in action, and we'll have those. But it's been a fun night tonight as well.
Been a crazy night. The Hoover-Vestavia game was fantastic. The Thompson-Prattville game had a lot of meaning. There were some big games down in South Alabama. So just another wild Friday in Alabama high school football. And I can't believe this is the second to last week of the regular season. I mean, you talk about this year flew by.
It seems like they get faster and faster every single year. I know everybody says that.
But
it's true. Everybody says it for a reason.
Yeah.
It does seem to happen like that for sure. We've got a great show planned for you tonight. We're going to, as Luke referenced some of those games, tremendous games tonight. Muscle Shoals and Hartselle, both of those teams, undefeated at number 3 versus number 4 matchup. The Hoover Bucks in action against Vestavia Hills. That one, again, very important for playoff implications. We're going to talk about McGill-Tulane and Spanish Fort as well. So again, we're going all over the state tonight. We'll bring you each and every score we can throughout the state. So many of these games taking on so much importance in each classification. But we got some great guests lined up as well. But obviously, we want to pay respect to our sponsors as well. Got some great ones here tonight. Of course, the Alabama National Guard been supporting our Scores on the Force, which we will get to here in just a moment. But the Southeastern Land Group's been a long-time sponsor of this show as well. We'll talk about some of the others as we move forward in the program tonight. Again, we thank you so much for all of you out there being with us and joining us each and every Friday night here from 10 to midnight on the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. All right, it's about time for our first, am I getting a reverb here? It's about time for our first Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Luke, let's take a look at Thursday night.
In last night's action, there were some good ones. And then there was this, Central Phoenix City 62, JAG 6. It was Bessemer City 21, McAdory 14, Clay Chalkville 52, Pinson Valley 14. May Jemison, they squeaked by Gadsden City 13-12. Mortimer Jordan doubles up Jackson Olin 28-14. Oxford big over Huffman 55-6. And there was also a Pinson and Clay Chalkville game, but no score.
There is it's like it didn't happen. If nobody scores, does the game actually happen?
It's not a lie if you believe
it. Class 5A, Charles Henderson defeated Eufaula 21-20. Ramsey defeated Winona 27-7. In Class 4A, Deschler all over East Lawrence 56-0. Fultondale 38, Curry 0. Oak Grove 61, Fairfield 14. In Class 1A, Autauga Academy defeated Notasulga 19-18 in a classic. Pickens County over Francis Marion 28-12. In our AHSAA Network Alabama Public TV WOTM Game of the Week. Say that. Well, say that anytime.
Say that once.
Yes.
Apparently.
Parker defeated Woodlawn 63-12. So if you're going to get a Game of the Week, you'd rather be a little closer than that, but nonetheless, it is what it is. All right, we're going to go ahead and take our first break, but when we come back, we'll have our weekly get-together with Ben Thomas. He does a great job covering all the sports here in this area. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
World-class training, state-of-the-art equipment, a modernized force for an ever-changing world. Outpacing our rivals, supporting our allies, no matter if it's today or tomorrow, we will guard it all.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
No, wrong! Bring it in, guys! Take an E! Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt? Coke Zero! Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste! 0 calories!
Hey Tiger Nation, it's Coach Etheridge here, reminding you to buckle up on your way home after the game tonight, and every time you get in a car. Seatbelts save lives, so buckle up every time, no exceptions. We want to keep the Tiger Nation strong.
This has been a message from the Alabama Department of Transportation with Drive Safe Alabama, reminding everyone to always buckle up to and from the games and don't text and drive.
I wish that people got less excited about celebrities and more excited about people like teachers and firemen. You know, folks who make a difference every day. Well, I bet you had a favorite teacher or a family member who was helped by a first responder. Life Insurance offers these everyday heroes a little something extra, like discounts to help those who help others.
If you're a teacher, preacher, first responder, active military, a state or federal employee, see what Alpha can do for you.
The AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show Player of the Week is brought to you by the Alabama Community College System. This week's Player of the Week is Hoover senior place kicker James Bryant, whose 4th field goal of last week's game against Thompson, a 55-yarder as time expired, gave Hoover a dramatic 33-30 win over rival Thompson Friday night at the Hoover Met. The win was the 5th straight for the Bucks after a 1-3 start. Hoover, now 6-3, is tied with Hewitt-Trussville, Prattville, and Vestavia Hills, all with 4-2 records in Class 7A Region 3. Thompson, now 5-1 in region play, can clinch the region championship with a win this week over Prattville. Congratulations to Hoover senior place kicker James Bryant, this week's AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show Player of the Week, brought to you by the Alabama Community College System. And Ben Thomas joins us now. He writes about high school sports for AL.com. It's our Inside the AHSAA segment. Ben, hope you're doing well.
Doing pretty good, JJ. Hope you are as well.
Yes, sir. All right, let's talk because we are now getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're wrapping up region play in most places and things starting to take shape for the playoffs. But, boy, 7A did some flip-flops last week.
Oh, they really did. It was a little bit of a mess. I think 5 of the top 7A teams lost last week. Of course, some of them were playing each other, and so that kind of threw the rankings up for grabs. If you look at the Class 7A poll for this week, Central Phoenix City didn't lose. They're still number 1, and they're now a unanimous number 1 in 7A. But behind them, it was kind of a wreckage. Down here, Fairhope upset Daphne, Baker upset Mary G. Montgomery, and so that threw that Region 1 kind of up for grabs. And it just was kind of a crazy week all around. Hoover, another upset win. Hoover beating Thompson, on a walk-off 55-yard field goal by James Bryant. What a game that was last week. Thompson goes to Prattville tonight. They should win that game and probably will still win the region. But, yeah, behind that, you got a bunch of 4-2 teams trying to fight out for that final playoff spot. Hoover, you got to give Hoover a lot of credit. They started the season 1-3, and we were wondering, was Chip English really the right guy for this job? It turns out he is. I think they won 5 straight, and that win over Thompson was certainly big for their momentum. So it's been fun. It seems like 7A. I think if you look at 7A, you probably still pick Central Phoenix City and then Thompson as the top title contenders. But behind that, I think there's about 8 teams that are pretty even that could make playoff run.
And we did see a pretty significant commitment this week as Thompson quarterback Trent Seaborn, a year early, commits to Alabama. Why do you think he chose now to go ahead and commit?
It's that time for a lot of the junior quarterbacks. I mean, a lot of schools want to get their quarterbacks in that classification announced so that, the other players around them know who's going to be the quarterback in the future. Trent, obviously, we've known a lot about Trent for a long time. He was the MVP of the state championship game as an 8th grader. Kind of crazy. And I haven't counted it up lately, but I think he's got a chance to start like 50-something games on the Class 7A level, depending on how long Thompson plays this year and next year, which is a record that'll probably never be broken. Great quarterback, kind of groomed by the Tagovailoas. And so he's going to Alabama. It's a great quarterback class. If you look at our Best in Bama that Randy Kennedy does for us, we run it every Thursday, JJ. It's a recruiting list of the top high school recruits in the state, regardless of classification. So you may have the first guy may be a senior. It is, by the way, E.J. Crowell, the Jackson running back, and then you got juniors and sophomores all in those rankings. And it may be class for class the best quarterback group we've ever had. I mean, if you think about Seaborn, only a junior, as you mentioned, Gunnar Rivers. I'm sure you've heard about him, JJ. He's had a remarkable year, the son of Phillip Rivers. I've thrown something like 30 touchdowns and 1 interception, and there's a bunch of other good quarterbacks around as well. So, but Trent Seaborn's off the board, and we'll see how that figures with Gunnar Rivers and some other top quarterbacks.
Ben Thomas with us from AL.com. Make sure you follow Football High Live tonight and get all the scores and the highlights from there. Ben, thank you so much for the time. Have a wonderful weekend, man.
All right. Thanks, JJ. You too.
Ben Thomas and Inside the AHSAA is brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation, who reminds you to drive safe and buckle up, Alabama.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you to Ben Thomas with the Inside the AHSAA. Time again for Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Luke, 7A.
Once again, it was Central Phoenix City 62-6 over JAG. That game was last night. Number 2, Vestavia Hills 39. Number 5, Hoover 30. What a big game and a big win for Vestavia. Number 3, Auburn 39 and Dothan 26. It was number 4, Thompson taking out Prattville 29-15. Number 6, Hewitt-Trussville 49, Tuscaloosa County 7. And number 7, Mary Montgomery 49, Davidson nothing. Number 8, Baker, they defeat Fairhope 35-10. And number 9, Daphne 60, Robertsdale 13.
Foley and Olma Bryant still looking for a score on that one. Opelika and Carver Montgomery. That game was canceled, I believe, wasn't it? A lot of kerfuffle about that.
There was
I'm not. Was that the one that was no? That was not the one that was canceled.
No, that was Saraland and Carver.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Enterprise defeats Smith Station 37-0. It was Sparkman over Florence 24-21. Austin defeated Grissom 35-14. Huntsville over Bob Jones 21-10. And James Clemens defeats Albertville 45-0. Upcoming, we got Tim Underwood with WLAY down in Muscle Shoals, who was covering the Muscle Shoals and Hartselle game. Again, both of those teams came into the game undefeated, but only one left the champion there. All right, we got to go to break. We'll be back with more right after this.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762. or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
At Medicine Express, we're dedicated to the idea that quality pharmacy care means more than just prompt prescriptions. When you come to Medicine Express, you can count on dependable care from knowledgeable pharmacists and their friendly staff. You can fill your prescriptions quickly and easily at our drive-thru, or while you wait, you can even browse for inspirational gifts and items that you won't find anywhere else, like Praise Him apparel and the History of Alabama books, all at Medicine Express on Airport Drive in Alexander City, 256-215-8014. Medicine Express, where you're part of our family.
Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air is excited to participate in our annual Catch Me in Pink campaign, raising money for cutting-edge breast cancer research. We partnered locally with the Joy to Life Foundation and Vera Bradley to help raise significant funds in support of the cause. Each week, we are giving away prizes locally in addition to our national grand prize, a tropical trip for two. To enter, simply snap an USSI of you and a pink-clad Dixie employee and enter it on our website. Dixie will donate money for every photo that's submitted, and you will be entered to win big.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best-kept secret, an affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552, 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Andy and Luke here with you, taking you up to midnight. We're going to go to the Southeastern Land Group Hotline. Welcome in our first guest tonight, Mr. Tim Underwood with WLAY down up in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. He was covering the Muscle Shoals and Hartselle game tonight. Pretty good game. Muscle Shoals set themselves up for the number one seed there in Region 7, right?
Yeah, it does, and it always seems to come down to these two teams, and this year was no different. And when Muscle Shoals and Hartselle gets together, it just always seems to be exciting, and tonight was no different.
All right, so tell us about this game and how did it unfold?
Well, Hartselle started out. We got a 3-and-out right off the bat. Hartselle took the football, and they've got a senior quarterback and a senior wide receiver that's just a great duo, and they hooked up twice in the first quarter for long touchdown throws, and the Trojans were down 14-0 there in the first quarter. Second quarter, we got a field goal from our kicker, George Garcia, to trim it to 14-3. Hartselle came back in the second quarter, made it 17-3 with a field goal of their own. The Trojans got the football back with 2:29 left to play in the first half, down 14, and drove it down the field in 11 plays, covered 80 yards. Junior running back Davion Reynolds with a touchdown run with 15 seconds to go, and the Trojans was able to cut that lead in half, 17-10, and probably the biggest drive and score of the game was to be able to cut into that and take a little momentum into the locker room.
Okay, so talk about where this leads. So Muscle Shoals is going to win that region. Who does it look like they'll be playing in the first round, or do we know that yet?
It's going to be the 4 seed out of Region 8. I'm not exactly sure who that is, but this is our third consecutive region championship, and I'm not exactly who's going to finish fourth over there. But just a big second half. Our defense completely shut them out in the second half. The 17 points there at the half was all Hartselle got, and Trojan offense sort of got going there in the second half, put another touchdown on the board, and then the Trojans ended the night with a pick six to finish that 31-17 win. The Trojans actually ended the game on a 28 unanswered points to win it, sort of going away there in the second half.
Muscle Shoals coming into this game only giving up about 5 points a game, so a little bit over their average. You think this defense could carry them all the way to Mobile?
Yeah, well, it's 2 games in a row where they have pitched huge shutouts in the second half. A couple of weeks ago, before the open week at against Jasper, and then tonight at Hartselle. So, gave up a couple plays in the first half, but really settled in after that, and was able to force some turnovers, which were huge in tonight's game. They're really good defensively on that side of the ball for sure.
Tim Underwood there with WLAY in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Tim, thank you for the update.
Hey, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, Tim.
All right. Thank you.
Muscle Shoals with a huge win tonight over Hartselle. Obviously, you got Clay Chalkville, you got Saraland, you got Muscle Shoals. Hartselle was undefeated again coming into this game. So 3 undefeated teams left in 6A here. Pretty impressive teams.
Yeah, and really one of the more dangerous teams in 6A, if you ask me, is Benjamin Russell. And they only had the 1 loss, and that was to Opelika, who's in 7A. So I think 6A is really up for grabs, and in a very good way. You've got a lot of teams, I think, that could win this, and not just because they're sort of mediocre parity. I think you've got a lot of parity at the very tip top.
Well, hopefully so. Again, these teams winning in pretty impressive fashion tonight. So we'll see what they can do in the playoffs when it's all on the line. Time again for Scores on the Fours, brought to you by Alabama National Guard.
All right, in 6A, it was number 1 Clay Chalkville. You never have to worry about whether they're good or not. They win at at home against Pinson Valley 52-14. It was number 2 Saraland defeating Theodore 38-14. Number 3 Muscle Shoals 31, Hartselle 17, as we just discussed. Number 5 Benjamin Russell doubles up Chelsea 42-21. Number 6 Homewood played Minor tonight, no score just yet. And number 7 Pike Road, they had the week off. Number 8 Spain Park 49, Chilton County nothing. Number 9 Parker 63, Woodlawn 12. That game was played on Thursday. And then number 10 Fort Payne 49, Lee Huntsville 24.
Some other scores in 6A. Gulf Shores defeated Baldwin County 31-12, Blunt over St. Paul's 34-28. Good game. McGill-Tulane defeats Spanish Fort tonight 45-32. Percy Julian over Park Crossing 14-7. It was Russell County over Rehoboth 49-21. Stanhope Elmore defeated Wetumpka 35-28. Helena over Calera 39-21. It was Pelham over Leeds 21-14. Brookwood over Paul Bryant 20-0. Central Tuscaloosa defeats Hueytown 37-21. It's Bessemer City over McAdory 21-14. It was Mountain Brook over Shades Valley 34-7. Athens defeated Decatur 49-14. Jasper over Columbia 61-22. Coleman over Buckhorn 22-19. Hazel Green over Southside 38-29. That scores on the fours.
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
What are you doing?
I'm just updating these power lines.
Why?
So they'll be stronger and faster.
Why?
So your house has power.
Why?
So your toaster works.
Why?
So you can have toast in the morning.
I don't like toast.
Okay. Waffles.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Encore Sports Medicine.
Work, a strong word. Together with force, it's something pretty powerful. Our workforce keeps Alabama growing. So where does it come from? Your Alabama community colleges. Quality classroom learning, hands-on, real job training, all across Alabama. Building enormous ships down south, blasting into space up north. And in between, all the jobs that move us forward. Alabama's community colleges. Alabama's largest training network.
Welcome back, everyone, to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Again, Andy and Luke here with you. We're going to go back to the Southeastern Land Group hotline and welcome in Pat Arnsberg with WNGL down in Mobile, covering the McGill-Tulane and Spanish Fort game tonight. Pat, tell us all about it.
My gosh, I'm going to tell you, it was. I was shocked, and I'm not.
Shocked him right off the phone line. Pat, are you still with us by chance?
I'm sorry?
You fell off there for a second, buddy. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So we McGill took the opening kickoff and went down and scored right away, scored a touchdown, and it was never close after that. I mean, in the end, they had a couple of big, So we had a guy in coverage, and he went up, had an interception, and just missed the ball. And so the receiver was behind him, and it turned into an 80-yard touchdown. There was a pick for a touchdown. So it was just, outside of McGill making mistakes, it just wasn't much of a contest.
So you say you were shocked. Were you expecting this one to be just tight to the bitter end?
Yeah, I expected. We've played Spanish Fort a lot of times, and they're always very physical. They're big. They're well coached, and so that's just kind of what we were accustomed to. And I can't say that they played poorly. They just I thought that Coach Faulkner did a great job of cleaning up the protections in the pass game, and that was really helpful. And it just opened everything. About 3 weeks ago, guys, we couldn't get a pass off. I mean, we tried to throw the ball a few times, but the quarterback was constantly under duress, and that was not the case tonight. He did a great job of protecting Barre, and he was surgical about it. He had a lot of running yards. I'm sorry, it's on my cell phone, so I can't talk and look at the stats at the same time. But we moved the ball up and down. The final score is 45-32, and most of those 32 points, two touchdowns in the last 3 minutes, kind of in throwaway time. It was really surprising how well McGill played us. We've seen good progress every week, but this was a leap that I didn't see coming.
All right, so where does that leave the two teams heading into the final week of the regular season?
That's a good question. We think that we are almost an absolute shoo-in to be in the playoffs, and the question is, can we become a 3 seed instead of a 4 seed? Because big jump in the talent and the capabilities. So we're hoping we can win next week against Baldwin County, and maybe slide up into the third.
All right, Pat. Well, we appreciate the update. Good luck to you guys the rest of the way.
All right. Hope that we get to stay in the tournament a little while.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Pat Orangeburg with WNGL in Mobile, Alabama. Again, there's a log jam there. Obviously, St. Paul's lost tonight. Obviously, Spanish Fort lost tonight. Don't know about, what did we say, Gulf Shores? Did they win?
They won.
Okay.
No, excuse me. No, I was thinking of St. Michael. I don't know if Gulf Shores won or not.
Okay. We'll try to find a score on that as we move forward a little bit to see. But certainly McGill putting themselves in a good position there, trying to find a spot here, at least in the at the bottom end of those playoff spots. But getting in is getting in. Doesn't if you can just get that grab. We were talking about Hoover. We might see a matchup. Spoiler alert: first round of the playoffs, Central Phoenix City and Hoover.
I mean, dare I say, there's never been a better first round game. I mean, I can't imagine that you would have a situation where you'd have two teams that are that good, that are that historically relevant at the very tip top of Alabama high school football, and they play each other in the first round. That's a little wonky.
It is. But Thompson has kind of dropped off a little bit. They've dropped a couple of games, so that kind of led to that. But Hoover has, stumbled early, but has really gotten hot. That's there again. You look at it and say, is that a reward? As that, you won the region. Here you go. Here's Hoover.
Yeah.
An all-time team in the state of Alabama. Time again for Scores on the Fours, brought to you by Alabama National Guard. We got the 5A.
Yeah, we do have 5A.
Okay.
Number 1, Williamson, they win 28-0 over LaFleur. It was number 2, Viger, playing BC Rain. No score on that one just yet. Number 3, Moody, 48, and Lincoln 6. Number 4, Fairview, they take care of East Limestone 40-10. Number 5, Central Clay and Pill City. They play to a 6-3 final, and you don't see those unless the weather's terrible anymore. Number 6, Northside 48, Demopolis 14. It was number 7, St. Clair County shutting out Jacksonville 27-0. Number 8, Corner, they lose to Carver Birmingham 34-26. That game was played on Thursday night. Number 9, Gunnersville, doubles up Douglas 28-14, and number 10 Andalusia, they lose to Montgomery Catholic 23-17.
Citronelle defeated Alberta 33-7. UMS Wright over Faith Academy 51-6. It was Jemison over Montevallo 42-6. Sipsey Valley defeated Selma 41-38. It was Beauregard over Valley 14-7. Elmore County defeats Sylacauga 42-14. Marbury over Holtville 21-14. Briarwood over Hayden 49-7. It was AP Brewer defeating Sardis 39-32. Russellville over Priceville 27-13. West Point over Ardmore 25-20. And Boaz defeats Arab 37-22. Scores on the Fours brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Thank you so much for their sponsorship. We'll be back with more scores right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Two Rivers Lumber Company has a proud heritage in the state of Alabama and is excited to announce we are opening a new facility in the Lake Martin area late 2025. Our company specializes in southern yellow pine dimension lumber, and we plan to employ over 150 in our new community of Lake Martin. Two Rivers Lumber Company is a family-run business with over 45 years of service to the state. And we are happy to become a part of the Lake Martin community and want to wish the best of luck to all area athletic teams in all competitions. Two Rivers Lumber, Lake Martin's newest community partner, coming soon.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Along with fall, there's huge falling prices at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor for all your tractor, implements, and riding lawnmower needs. All remaining Spartan mowers must go for next year's models. And besides the year-end low prices, you can still get 0% interest up to 60 months. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has a huge selection of Mahindra tractors of all sizes with full implements packages that range from harvest or just getting your hunting site prepped. Mahindra also has up to 84 months 0% financing. So now's the time. Score big with the Lake's exclusive Spartan and Mahindra dealer. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, Highway 280 across from the Home Depot.
Welcome back, everyone, to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Andy and Luke here with you. Thanking you so much for being with us tonight. Going back to the Southeastern Land Group Hotline, we're going to welcome in our friend Steve Moulton with WZZN in Huntsville, Alabama. He had the Madison Academy and Plainview game tonight. Steve, how you doing?
We are driving home from a very chilly Rainsville area, but congratulations to Plainview. They stay undefeated 49-27 was the final score, but it was it was a great game. It really was. It was tied at 7. In fact, to me, I thought the turning point of the game, there was many, but right before halftime, Madison Academy was leading 14-13, but then Plainview got the ball back with just over a minute to go, and Hope to Wilburn for 65 yards with 21 seconds to go, add on a 2-point conversion by Stanlin, and it was 21-14 at halftime. And they just were the deeper team, better executed. They just they were a complete team tonight. And for Coach Pruitt, staying undefeated, kudos to him. I would like to give a shout-out, if I could, that will age me more than anything. An 8th grader tonight from Madison Academy named Cam Powers got an interception tonight from Madison Academy, and that is the son of Gerard Powers.
Oh my!
I happen to call Gerard's games for Decatur High School back in the day. So as soon as that pick happened, that really aged me more than anything, guys. But yeah, Gerard's kid is on the team at Madison Academy. But Dalen Scott had 1, 2, 3 touchdowns for Madison Academy tonight. He's the transfer from Buckhorn. He's a senior for Madison Academy, but it was a very hard-fought game. But boy, down the stretch, Plainview just was the explosive plays that I see in front of me: 65 yards, 56 yards, 29 yards. I mean, they were just getting it in chunks in the fourth quarter. And this is all right after Madison Academy had it within 8 with 8:37 to play when it was 28-20. And I told you the final score, 49-27. So Plainview just was awfully efficient down the stretch, guys.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. I mean, I think you dated all of us because, Gerard Powers played at Auburn for a while, had a nice little NFL career as well. And so I bet you his son's pretty doggone good.
Well, he is actually the secondary coach for Madison Academy. So it's good to see him on the coaching staff, but that ages me a little bit too, guys.
Steve, what's this look like for how does this set up for Plainview and Madison Academy in the playoffs? Do you know?
So this determined the region championship here tonight, and so Plainview is the 1 seed for 4A Region 8 and a crossover there with Region 7. Madison Academy, this is a 9-team region, so both of these teams will play a region opponent. Madison Academy plays host to Westminster Christian Academy on Thursday, while Plainview will take on JP2 coming up next week. So region play still moves on, but seeding for the top 2, both Plainview and Madison Academy will get home games to start off the playoffs, but your region champs are the Bears, and they're undefeated and very well deserved.
Yeah, it's always fun. Those are some great ball clubs up there. And again, explain, where do you think these two teams will go in the playoffs?
Well, I think Plainview is a bit more experienced than is Madison Academy, but Madison Academy we've got quite a few players down, a couple for academic reasons. There's quite a few down for just some concussion protocols. So just trying to figure out a way. But Bob Godsey, I'll tell you, he finds a way, and it's always fun this time of year because this team, as young as they are, still is very capable of making a run in November. I'm looking forward to seeing that next chapter once we put the finishing bow on the regular season, guys.
Appreciate the time, bud. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Steve Moulton with WZZN in Huntsville. Time again for Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We got 4A, Luke.
All right, in 4A, you got number 1, St. Michael. They just keep rolling along. They defeat Orange Beach 49-7. It was number 2, Jackson 49, I believe.
I think that's
Nines
right.
and fours can sometimes look alike. 49-14. Number 3, West Morgan 42 and Wilson 7. It was Anniston who remains undefeated at number 4. They take care of White Plains 51-6. Number 5, Madison County. We just talked about it. They lose at number 6, Plainview 49-27. Number 7, Hamilton, they stay undefeated as they defeat Fayette County 38-21. Last night, it was Deschler 56, East Lawrence nothing, and number 9, Alexandria 40, Etowah 22. Finally, number 10, Good Hope over Dora 35-15.
Other scores in 4A, W.S. Neal defeats Mobile Christian 35-22. Dale County over Geneva 62-0. Pike County over New Brockton 42-21. Opp defeats Strong 38-22. Hanley defeats Booker T. Washington 42-12. It was St. James over Munford 24-12. American Christian over Holt 63-34. Bibb County over Pleasant Grove Pleasant Grove defeats Bibb County 49-46. Scores on the fours brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Coming up, Jeff Lloyd with Hoover in the NFS-HS Network.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU-SCC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
When driving, change lanes, not lives. Careful. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Take home your AHSAA officially licensed merchandise today. Just click ahsaa.teamip.com and shop for event t-shirts, sweatshirts, tie-dye designs, or add your name to get your gear personalized. Team fans can get an official state championship apparel at our official online store. You pick it, we'll make it with our digital-to-garment technology, hot off the press and sent straight to you. Or at your next championship game, check out Team IP's booth. Visit ahsaa.teamip.com.
When driving, check your mirrors, not your Tinder. Hey, no. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation. Your date can wait.
What are you doing?
I'm just updating these power lines
Why?
so they'll be stronger and faster.
Why?
So your house has power.
Why?
So your toaster works.
Why?
So you can have toast in the morning.
I don't like toast.
Okay. Waffles.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Welcome back, everyone, to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Andy and Luke here with you, taking you up to midnight tonight. Going to go back to the Southeastern Land Group hotline and welcome in Jeff Lloyd with the NFHS Network covering the Hoover Bucks. Boy, an exciting game tonight with Hoover and Vestavia Hills. Hoover coming up just a little bit short. Jeff, tell us all about it.
Well, it was kind of a surprising second half. The Bucks just could not stop Vestavia's running game.
They could not get off the field on third down, and Vestavia, they came into the game as the number 2 ranked team in the state, according to the Alabama Sports Writers Association, and they proved it tonight. So it was a game really that kind of was more for seeding than anything. You kind of figured that Thompson was going to take care of business as they were playing Prattville, and then you knew that Trustville was going to win their game tonight. So if everything went along the way it was supposed to, both these teams were going to make the playoffs. It was just a matter of who was going to be the 3rd seed or the 4th seed. And as it turns out for Hoover, they're going to have to end up playing Central Phoenix City in the first round of the playoffs, which is not going to be a fun first-round game at all.
Yeah, I said this earlier. Do you think that may be the best first-round matchup in AHSAA history? I mean, that's just an incredible first-round game.
Yeah, and in many years that would have been a championship game or at least a semifinal game. That's the team that knocked Hoover out of the playoffs last year, and then they went on to lose to Thompson last year. So, yeah, it's going to be and then the bad thing for Hoover is that having to travel. Hoover's played well on the road up until tonight, and so we'll see how they fare. But it was a game that the Bucks should have won, I think, or could have won. The defense just did not show up tonight. They did not play well, and they could not stop the running game. And Taft, the quarterback for Vestavia, played very well, and he's kind of a two-threat kind of guy. He can throw the ball, and but he was really effective running the ball.
I really like Jameis Winston's brother, too. I mean, he's a heck of a player, had a big catch for a touchdown I saw on the network.
Yeah, and a guy who doesn't get as much publicity as Jeremiah Tabb, who had a big catch early. He caught the first touchdown pass of the game. But, yeah, Winston is one of those guys that when the game's on the line, you want to put the ball in his hands and see what he can do, because he's just a playmaker, and he's going to try to make a play for you. But it was more than just one person could do tonight.
After a 1-3 start, 5 straight wins, what was the difference? What was the catalyst?
I think part of it was the fact that the Bucks did not have their first string running backs. They have a young man who had transferred over from Spain Park who was injured, and he wasn't able to answer the bell early. And then also Mosley, who was probably their top running back, was unable to answer the bell early. And so they weren't able to really establish the run as much as they wanted to. And I think it also was the the Freeman, the quarterback, who is a junior. He was a transfer, came in with the new offensive coordinator. And I think it took him a while moving from 5A to 7A to kind of get his sea legs a little bit, if you know what I mean. And so I think that it just took a while for this team to gel and get together. And, tonight just wasn't their night.
Jeff, we really appreciate the time. Jeff Lloyd with the NFHS Network covering the Hoover Bucks. Thank you, Jeff.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Jeff.
Yeah, that's going to be a game everybody kind of looks forward to for that first round.
It's really almost a shame it's in the first round to a degree because –
But there's so many good teams.
In 7A, it's just hard to avoid something like that. I mean, every year there's going to be something nutty. But, I mean, Hoover and Central Phoenix City game 1 is – wow.
Yeah.
Should be a tough ticket.
I would think so. Let me run down a couple of these as we lead into scores on the fours. I didn't get to these last time. West Blockton defeats Tarrant 14-0. Cherokee County over Asheville 42-18. It was Cordova over Haleyville 14-13. Oneonta defeats Hoax Bluff 21-14. Westbrook Christian defeats Weaver 63-20. St. Paul's II 42-22 over Danville. Time again for Scores on the Fours. More Scores on the Fours. Brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. How about the 3A?
In 3A, it was number 1 Mars Hill all over Clements, 52-9. I mean, I'm telling you what, that program. Number 2 Piedmont, 56. Walter Welborn, 16. Number 3 Fife, they lose to number 5 Geraldine tonight, 17-6. Number 4 Southside Selma over Thorsby, 75-22. Number 6 Bayside Academy They defeat number 9 T.R. Miller 23-14. Number 7 Montgomery Academy 50 Alabama Christian 21. Number 8 Gordo over Carbon Hills 61-25.
In other scores in 3A, Monroe County defeats Excel 28-14. Slocum over Prattville Christian 47-27. It was Trinity Presbyterian over Houston Academy 17-14. Wicksburg defeated Northside Academy 49-14. Thomasville over Greensboro 50-16. Hale County over Dallas County 33-0. Sumter Central 60, Wilcox Central 38. Lee Scott Academy over B.B. Comer 36-8. Randolph County over Beulah 47-0. Dadeville over Childersburg 33-10. It was Oakman over Midfield 50-22. Phil Campbell over Hansville 76-20. Winfield over Vinemont 47-7. Glencoe over Locust Fork 45-14. Ohatchee over Sachs 28-8. It was Lauderdale County over Culver Heights 37-12. When we come back, Mickey Shadricks had the game of the week. More to come right after these messages.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Let's come on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
Looking for reliable medical equipment close to home? Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical in Sylacauga has you covered with oxygen, CPAPs and BPAPs, continuous glucose monitors, wound care, and airway therapy. Need mobility support? We offer braces, lift chairs, and both manual and motorized wheelchairs available for rent or purchase. We'll even show you how to use your equipment, and yes, we accept most insurances. Serving the Sylacauga area for over 20 years, that's Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort Williams. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. Call 256-245-1411 today.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford. Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, as we're joined now by the play-by-play voice for the AHSAA TV network, Alabama Public Television, WOTM Game of the Week, Mr. Mickey Shadricks. Mickey, how you doing this week, man?
Doing well. How about you?
Very good. Listen, I had a game that got away from Woodlawn last night. Parker beats Woodlawn 63-12. This is a really good Parker team.
Yes, it is. And, going in, we knew that it was more than likely going to wind up being kind of a lopsided score at the end. And, it was. The game was a 14-6 game, late first quarter. Then Parker kind of turned it on. Woodlawn's quarterback, who is their best player, got hurt in the second quarter, so that made it even worse. And so the margin of victory kind of got out of hand. But, I think the big takeaway from the game is good response from the defending 6A champs after losing the region title to Homewood the week before. They came out and took control of the game early and kind of made a statement, I think, that they're going to be a serious contender to defend their state title, when the playoffs begin here in about a week.
Yeah, and I think back earlier in the season, there was a fantastic game between Parker and Benjamin Russell, a couple of top 10 6As there, and that game just was so back and forth, and you came away from it thinking, yeah, Parker's right there, and Benjamin Russell may be too, and they're not the only contenders in 6A, but man, Parker sure looks like one of them.
Yeah, I think they are, and I think the loss to Homewood, kind of in a weird sort of way, maybe lit their fire a bit. Maybe also takes a little pressure off of them because now they don't even go in the playoffs as the defending region champs, even though they're the defending state champs. So Homewood will be the number one seed out of Region 5, so Parker can kind of slide in there. And, when you look at the top 10, they're in the top 10, but I think they're like number 9. You got a lot of great teams in 6A this year. So, in a weird sort of way, it may take a little bit of the pressure off of Parker as opposed to going in, with the region title and, everybody number 1 in 6A and all of that kind of thing. That's not the case, but they're definitely a contender. The competition in 6A kind of reminds me of the Western Conference in the NBA. There's so many good teams, and whoever comes out of it is really going to be worthy of a blue map, because if you win the 6A state championship this year, you're one of the best teams in the state, and who knows, maybe even the best team in the state, because there's some really good ones. But yeah, Benjamin Russell is there, and of course, you've got Clay Chalkville that everyone's looking at, and Saraland is always a strong 6A team from the South. So it's going to be a lot of fun when we get things started in the playoffs a week from 2 weeks from today.
If Parker is going to defend that title, what do they need to do? What do they need to lean on? What do they need to clean up as we head into playoff time?
Well, I actually think they're a more balanced offensive team. They have their quarterback back, Dylan Reese. They actually throw the ball a little more this year than they did last year. They really relied on the running game last year, and that was enough. And Reese would mix in the pass. Well, now they're a little more maybe 60-40 pass this year. Still 3 good running backs, a great group of receivers. Again, the experienced quarterback. They're big up front on the offensive line. I think maybe the biggest difference between the state championship team last year and this year's team is maybe not as stout defensively. They've given up some points this year. They're very good up front on the defensive line. They've got some really good pass rushers, and they got the Vodney Cleveland kid inside that's committed to Texas. So they're strong on the defensive line, maybe not as strong in the secondary. So that may be the only difference. But, that's still enough. That's still enough to win another state championship.
No doubt. Parker 63, Woodlawn 12. That was the score last night. Mickey Shadrick's with us. He is the play-by-play voice for the AHSAA TV network, Alabama Public Television, WOTM Game of the Week. Mickey, thank you for the review, and let's check in next week.
Sounds good. Talk to you then.
Welcome back, everyone, to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Running down some scores here. Some scores just in. Lauderdale County defeats Colbert Heights 37-12. Rogers over Elkmont 62-28. It was Collinsville over Holly Pond 45-22. Sylvania defeats Brindley Mountain 55-14. And Whitesburg Christian over Asbury 49-8. Now officially it's time for Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We're up to the 2A classification.
Yeah, how about this one? Number 1, Luverne. They were undefeated. They go to Goshen tonight and lose 54-21.
Shocker.
Number 2, Coosa Christian 56, and number 3, Tuscaloosa Academy 21. That was the last score we had in the 4th.
Now, is Probst still with Coosa Christian?
I believe so.
Okay.
I really wish you talked to me about questions you're going to ask so I can know the answer. Number 4, Reeltown 54, Central Coosa 6. Number 5, Pisgah 42, and number 10, North Sand Mountain 20. It was number 6, Pleasant Valley 42 in Section 6. Number 7, Lynette 48, Ranburne 7. Number 8, Ayrton, they defeat Geneva County 35-24. Number 9, Vincent over Greene County 38-8.
In other scores in 2A, Clark County defeats Washington County 34-21. J.U. Blackshear over Bayshore Christian 54-3. It was Chickasaw over St. Luke's 12-9. Cottonwood over G.W. Long 34-26. Providence Christian defeats Houston County 61-6. Zion Chapel over Barber County 29-6. Highland Home over Calhoun 42-0. Lochapoka over Pike Liberal Arts 60-0. Lafayette over Horseshoe Bend 38-0. It was Isabella over Lamar County 30-7. Sulligent defeats Aliceville 40-28, and Cleveland falls to Susan Moore 54-28. We got to take another break, but when we come back, we'll talk about this Fife and Geraldine game. Right?
At Medicine Express, we're dedicated to the idea that quality pharmacy care means more than just prompt prescriptions. When you come to Medicine Express, you can count on dependable care from knowledgeable pharmacists and their friendly staff. You can fill your prescriptions quickly and easily at our drive-thru, or while you wait, you can even browse for inspirational gifts and items that you won't find anywhere else, like Praise Him apparel and the History of Alabama books. All at Medicine Express on Airport Drive in Alexander City, 256-215-8014. Medicine Express, where you're part of our family.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
L&M Pawn and Gun, located in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, is East Alabama and West Georgia's complete gun, tactical, and pawn shop. It invites the region to shop over 500 firearms in stock, on the floor, and ready for sale at the market's best values. At L&M Pawn and Gun, we specialize in all tactical guns, equipment, and parts, including AK-47 and AR-15s. Specialized parts for tactical guns as well as suppressors and other parts you can't find anywhere. L&M Pawn and Gun has it all in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, or shop online, lmpawnandgun.com.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762 or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Andy and Luke. I'm stuck on it now. Andy and Luke here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. We'll go to the Southeastern Land Group hotline and welcome in Adam Ward with Fun Radio 92.7, covering the Fife and Geraldine game tonight. Both these teams come in 7-1, 6-0 in the region. Tell us all about it.
Well, guys, first of all, thank you for having me on. This game ended up being a war that you kind of expected. If this was a night for somebody to go looking for a high offensive scoring affair, this was not your game. This was a defensive slugfest from the jump. Only a couple of big plays made by both teams offensively throughout the night. Other than that, it was literally 2 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards every other play. And unfortunately, didn't go the Fife Red Devils' way this evening. Geraldine ends up winning the 3A Region 8 championship. At one point, Fife only touched the ball twice in the second half, had 2 total possessions. Geraldine got the ball back with around 6 minutes or so left in the first quarter, and did not give the ball back to Fife until about 5:45 left to go in the second quarter. So nearly, just right there, right at almost a whole quarter of game time before Fife ever saw the ball again in the first half. That drive ended up being about a 19-play drive. Only yielded 3 points for Geraldine, if that tells you a little bit about the kind of slugfest that it ended up being. But that drive ended up sort of being the tempo of the game and how things would end up playing out. And hats off to Coach Michael Davis and the Geraldine Bulldogs. They had a wonderful game plan and came out and was able to do everything that they wanted to do and more, which was, by all accounts, just pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock, and was able to come away with that 17-6 victory.
Wow. So this drive, this 19-play drive that took up most of the first half, was it all runs? I mean, did they even try to pass the ball?
I think they had one play in there where they were trying to pass it. John Beckway, the sophomore quarterback for the Bulldogs, ended up pulling it down and running for about a 5 or 6 yard gain, which I think ended up being maybe one of the longer plays of the whole drive for the Bulldogs. But like I said, for the most part, it was a ground and pound kind of night. In fact, I think Fife actually ended up throwing more passes than Geraldine did, which is highly unusual for Fife to outpass somebody in a game. But on that drive in particular, it was just all right up the gut. Basically kind of best on best situation, not trying to get around you. We're going to run through you. Both teams tried to do it all night. Geraldine just had it a little bit better tonight on their side.
Well, where does this leave Fife with this loss?
Well, of course, that'll make them second in the region, in the cross region this year for Region 8, which is what both those teams are in, is Region 7, which is that Mars Hill, Lauderdale County, Colbert Heights region, and it appears, best I can tell, if I'm doing all my math and tie-breaking rules and all that right, it appears that Fife will, in 2 weeks, face Lauderdale County at Fife as the second seed and get to host that. Of course, they get a bye week next week to the Red Devils, so some time to kind of, adjust and get healed up. A couple of guys that have been banged up and at times thought maybe we've lost them for the year, and then they get good reports from the doctors and that kind of thing. So it's a much needed time to heal up and kind of get reset, as the first round is just 2 weeks away at this point.
Adam, we really appreciate the update. Good luck to the Red Devils for the rest of the year.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. You saw Fife early in the year, right?
Yeah.
They must have improved quite a bit.
Yeah, they got a good ball club. They always do. They've got a great culture. They've got everything you want to maintain a fantastic program. They just gave up a 19-play drive. You give up a 19-play drive, that's a team that's setting the tempo.
Yeah, I want to reiterate. He didn't say 2 possessions in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He said 2 possessions in the second half.
That's amazing. I mean,
that's unbelievable. You talk about running the clock.
Yeah.
Time of possession. That's taking it to a whole new level there. But again, thank you so much to Adam Ward. Fun Radio. Yeah. 92.7.
I don't know that we've ever said that about any of our radio programs.
I don't think so.
I have.
Yeah, people say it behind your back. Don't worry. All right, Scores on the Fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. We're down to 1A.
In 1A, it was number 1 Wadley. They remain undefeated. They win 49-13 over number 5 Winterboro. Number 2 Maplesville 42-0 over Verbena. And Maplesville and Wadley are headed on one of those collision courses. It's going to be something else. Unless you have a team like number 3 Leroy that can be the fly in the ointment, they win 51-14 over Milry. Number 4 McKenzie 62, Red Level nothing. Number 6 Hubbartville and Summerton Christian. It appears that game was canceled, but we're trying to make sure on that. Number 7 Addison 48, Phillips 6. Number 8, Appalachian 44, Valley Head 28. Number 9, Hackleburg 32-0 over Cherokee. And number 10, Southern Choctaw, they lose at Sweetwater 35-22.
More scores in 1A. McIntosh defeats Fruitdale 52-8. It was J.F. Shields over Marengo 31-12. Elba defeats Florala 47-28. Brantley over Kingston 47-34. It was Georgiana over Pleasant Home 48-3. Billingsley defeats Keith 40-8. Berry over Brilliant 47-8. Marion County over Pickens County 54-12. Meek over Vina 52-8. South Lamar over Lynn 46-34. And Woodland over Donahoe 55-6. We got to take another break, but don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
World-class training, state-of-the-art equipment, a modernized force for an ever-changing world. Outpacing our rivals, supporting our allies, no matter if it's today or tomorrow, we will guard it all.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast Catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game. Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
It's time for This Week in the AHSAA, a weekly look at news and notes around Alabama high school athletics. Cross-country runners work tirelessly to shave seconds off their 5K times, and Hazel Green Jr. Nehemiah Johnson's a prime example. He accomplished that feat for the 3rd time this season at the recent Randolph Invitational at Huntsville's John Hunt Park by clocking 15 minutes, 38.48 seconds, a new personal record to win the meet this past Saturday. He bested a field of more than 400 runners representing teams from Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, and Mississippi to earn the first individual title of his career. Johnson set a new personal record of 15 minutes, 41.70 last month, also at John Hunt Park, and then clocked 15 minutes, 39.70 to finish sixth at the Do It on the Trials meet earlier this month at Point Mallard Park in Decatur. He cut more than a second off his most recent personal record at the Randolph Invitational. On the girls' side, Brewers' Rose Betts delivered the week's fastest time, clocking 18 minutes, 4.34 to finish third at the Randolph Invitational. And 3 players from Alabama high schools and colleges advanced as the modern era candidates for the Pro Football Hall of Fame's class of 2026 were trimmed to 52 contenders. Offensive tackle Willie Anderson of Viger and Auburn, defensive end Robert Mathis of Alabama A&M, and quarterback Phillip Rivers of Athens advanced as the Pro Football Hall of Fame screening committee reduced the nominees. Running back Sean Alexander of Alabama, defensive tackle Jay Ratliff of Auburn, linebacker Takeo Spikes of Auburn, and wide receiver Roddy White of UAB did not advance past the nominee list. The 52 candidates will be reduced to 25 semifinalists by the 50-member Pro Football Hall of Fame Selection Committee. And that's a look at This Week in the AHSAA, a weekly look at news and notes around Alabama high school athletics on the AHSAA Radio Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Andy Graham and Luke Robinson here with you, again, taking you up to midnight tonight. So many great scores, so many great games. We have gone all the way from 7 to 1A and all points in between. But now is the time in our program where each and every week, Luke, we scour through these multitude of games that we have before us. And we try to come up with, and we nominate a game of the week. This is, of course, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center. Russell Do-It Center, they can beat the big box store.
You know, there used to be a fantastic commercial about Russell Do-It Center.
I
don't think
remember.
they run it very much anymore, but it was fantastic.
The big guy and the little guy.
Yeah, it was just, what a commercial.
It was great. I heard that was banned in 3 states. But
it was so good. Yeah.
But, okay, a game of the week. Now, obviously, there are many, many that we could choose from. But you had one in mind that you had your own.
Well, I'm going to go with this Hoover-Vestavia game. We've just come to expect that if it's a tight game and it's Hoover against X team that's not Central, Phoenix City, or Thompson, and same thing with Thompson. If it's Thompson against X team that's not Hoover or Central, Phoenix City, and on, we've just come to expect that those 3 teams, Hoover, Thompson, and Central, are going to find a way. That they're just going to find a way. You don't know how it's going to happen. It could be a safety late. It could be a scoop and score. Whatever it is, you just know it's going to happen. And we have to give Vestavia some credit. Vestavia, they get the win 39-30. And I think Vestavia set a tone here they could have laid down early in this contest. I was watching on NFHS Network. And Vestavia is down, I think they were down 17 to, I guess it was 7. And they get a touchdown, and they go for 2. There's no rhyme or reason to have done it other than to just tell your kids, I believe in you.
Right.
As a football guy for a long time, I'm still a believer in take the easy points. I think that always works out. But every now and again, it really is like playing blackjack. You got a 16, looking at a 10, and there's just you're supposed to hit it. The book tells you hit it. Everything tells you to hit it. But something inside you goes, you know what? This time I'm just going to stay and see how it works out. Now, a lot of times it doesn't work out, but when it does work out, you're a genius. Yeah. And I really think going for 2 in this particular instance with Vestavia and giving some faith to that team, I think it was a huge
several of those
lift.
Several of those teams had comebacks in those games.
Yeah.
They started out like McGill Tooley coming back on Hartsville. So pretty interesting. All right, we got scores on the 4s brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. I think We will go back through the top 10.
How about I take 7A, you take 6A?
What a great idea, Luke. Let's do
thank
that.
you. That's why they get
That's
paid
why
big
you make
bucks
them.
around here. Number 1, Central Phoenix City. They defeat JAG. That game was played last night, 62-6. It was number 2, Vestavia, as we just mentioned. They defeat Hoover 39-30. Number 3, Auburn 39, Dothan 26. Number 4, Thompson 29, and Prattville 15. Number 6, Hewitt-Trussville 49, Tuscaloosa County 7. Number 7, Mary Montgomery 49, Davidson nothing. Number 8, Baker. They defeat number 10, Fairhope 35-10. And number 9, Daphne is all over Robertsdale 60-13. And as I mentioned, Fairhope loses 10 to 35 to number 8 Baker.
All right, in 6A, we got Clay Chalkville defeating Pinson Valley 52-14. Saraland, the number 2 team, over Theodore 38-14. And number 3, Muscle Shoals defeats Hartselle tonight, the number 4 team, 31-17. Number 5, Benjamin Russell over Chelsea, 42-21. Still looking for that Homewood and Minor score. We are, don't know. Number 7, Pike Road had the week off. Number 8, Spain Park defeats Chilton County, 49-0. Number 9, Parker over West Lawn, 63-12. And number 10, Fort Payne defeats Lee Huntsville, 49-24. Got to take another break, but we'll be back with more right after these messages.
Two Rivers Lumber Company has a proud heritage in the state of Alabama and is excited to announce we are opening a new facility in the Lake Martin area late 2025. Our company specializes in southern yellow pine dimension lumber, and we plan to employ over 150 in our new community of Lake Martin. Two Rivers Lumber Company is a family-run business with over 45 years of service to the state. And we are happy to become a part of the Lake Martin community and want to wish the best of luck to all area athletic teams in all competitions. Two Rivers Lumber, Lake Martin's newest community partner, coming soon.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And AHSAA Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the AHSAA Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from AHSAA Honda in Sylacauga.
Along with fall, there's huge falling prices at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor for all your tractor, implements, and riding lawnmower needs. All remaining Spartan mowers must go for next year's models. And besides the year-end low prices, you can still get 0% interest up to 60 months. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor also has a huge selection of Mahindra tractors of all sizes with full implements packages that range from harvest or just getting your hunting site prepped. Mahindra also has up to 84 months 0% financing. So now's the time. Score big with the Lake's exclusive Spartan and Mahindra dealer. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, Highway 280 across from the Home Depot.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full-service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Andy and Luke here with you, going back to the Southeastern Land Group hotline. We're going to welcome in our good friend Drew DeArmond, host of Talking Ball there, 97.7 The Zone in Huntsville. Drew, a lot to get through tonight.
Yes, sir, guys. I mean, I know you talked to my colleague, Steve Moulton, and he did that Plainview-Madison Academy game. What a second half for the Bears and Coach Dale Pruitt. He joined our scoreboard show. They're going to win that region. Madison Academy got a young squad, but they're going to finish with the 2 seed. And then we had a crazy finish over at Randolph. Last play of the game, North Jackson wins on a touchdown pass to Nick Price Jr., 27-21. So they'll be the 3. Randolph will be the 4 in 4A Region 8. And we thought we had it figured out in 7A Region 4. If that late touchdown with 3 minutes to go had held for Florence, it would have been Florence, James Clemens, Austin, and Sparkman. Sparkman said, hold on. They win 24-21, so now we've got a 5-2 4-way tie amongst the 4 I just mentioned. And we've been trying to figure out the tiebreakers. I'm not sure they figured them all out yet, but we do know that they're going to face, Baker, the Hornets win the region for the 2nd straight year. Mary Montgomery, the only loss this year to Baker, they're the 2. Fairhope the 3, Daphne the 4, since Fairhope won that, head-to-head over Daphne. But crazy, we really don't know yet. We know the 4 teams where they're going to have to go. I've seen all the tiebreaker rules, guys, but I'm still not sure because everybody beat everybody else. And the crazy thing is I did the Huntsville Bob Jones game tonight. The Crimson Panthers win 21-10. And I talked to head coach Jimmy Gay after the game. 4 plays, and Huntsville is 8-1, and they win the region. And they finish outside of the playoffs right now at 6-3 and 4-3 in the region. So there's been some really good football, but some craziness going on. And I got a chance to see some other heartbreak last night in 6A as Mae Jemison loses on the last play to Gadsden City, 13-12, led the entire second half. They lose, and because of that, Hazel Green upset Southside Gadsden tonight, 38-29. Mae Jemison lost in double overtime a couple weeks ago to Southside Gadsden on the road. And so because of that, Mae Jemison out of the playoffs. If they had just won last night, they find a way in. But they finish 4-6 and lose 3 heartbreakers, 6-0 to Buckhorn, double overtime, 22-16 to Southside Gadsden, and then they lose, as we said last night, 13-12 to Gadsden City. But Hezekiah Harris went out, played well, going to be a Tennessee Volunteer. He played like an All-American last night, played like Reggie White, as I said on the air. Diane Gibson had a really nice game, but got hurt late, hobbled off with an ankle. Hopefully he'll be okay for the playoffs as Gadsden City gets to host. But a lot of crazy football in the last 2 days, guys. But here in North Alabama, we're going to be doing some math going into Saturday.
Drew, there's a lot to keep up with. How bad do you feel for a team that's already done with their season? You think you're going to have a week off on the last week, and now you realize that was your last game. I mean, because of some other circumstances, you don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's really tough, and I started thinking about that. Mae Jemison's doing that. They did not have a game in Week 10, and now they're done. They're 4-6. And you lose last night with 1 second to go on a 30-yard field goal. You lose 13-12, and then you find out today Hazel Green shocked Southside Gadsden 38-29, and you would have been in the playoffs. That is so hard. And you feel for Hezekiah Harris, who left it all on the field last night, played his guts out, and they just come up a little short. It's really tough, but, you really hate it for those kids. But you enjoyed watching them compete because because Gadsden City never quit. Neither did Mae Jemison. And Mae Jemison came in, and a lot of people didn't think Hazel Green, who's undergone a coaching change mid-season, would win that game at home over Southside. But you never know. That's why high school football is the best. I heard y'all talking to Adam Ward. The Fight Red Devils lose to Garrett Geraldine, but they're both still going to be huge factors in the playoffs. I mean, there's just a lot of good football being played, but it's heartbreaking when these kids put so much into it, and you come up just short.
Drew DeArmond, thank you so much for all you do. Appreciate it.
See you, Drew.
See you, Luke. And I'm still recovering from the cigar smoke, but I'll always enjoy that.
All right, buddy.
That guy's got to have some kind of explanation. All right, Scores on the Fours brought to you by the Alabama National Guard.
All right,
you got 5A.
Yeah, I do have 5A. And it was number 1, Williamson. They shut out LaFleur 28-0. Number 2, Viger played BC Rain. No score just yet. Number 3, Moody 48, Lincoln 6. Number 4, Fairview 40, East Limestone 10. Number 5, Central Clay in a throwback game against Pell City. They win 6-3. Number 6, Northside 48-14 over Demopolis. Number 7, St. Clair County shuts out Jacksonville 27-0. Number 8, Corner. They lose to Carver Birmingham. That game was last night, 34-26. Number 9, Gunnersville 28 and Douglas 14. And Andalusia, the number 10 team in the state, they lose at Montgomery Catholic tonight, 23-17.
In 4A, number 1, St. Michael's all over Orange Beach, 49-7. Number 2, Jackson defeats Satsuma, 49-14. Number 3, West Morgan over Wilson, 42-7. Number 4, Anniston defeats White Plains, 51-6. Number 5, Madison Academy falls to number 6, Plainview, 49-27. Number 7, Hamilton defeats Fayette County, 38-21. Number 8, Deschler over East Lawrence, 56-0. Number 9, Alexandria over Etowah, 42-22. And number 10, Good Hope defeats Dora, 35-15. Got to take a break, but when we come back, Randy Lee, our Spotlight of the Week, right after these messages.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
We get it. Easy isn't always easy. A simple paint job turns into drywall quick. At Russell Do-It Center at Building Supply, we got you covered. With 9 locations across central Alabama, contractors and do-it-yourselfers can trust we have your back. Our experienced staff is here to be the voice of reason when projects get tough. Whether online or in-store, shop all the best brands with our Best Rewards loyalty program. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Hello, my name is Dave Milton with Southeastern Land Group. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company. We sell farmland and timberland in Alabama and the surrounding states. Not only do we have a land sales division, but we also have a timber sales division where we can help you with your timber sales and your timber appraisals. There's 22 of us in our group scattered throughout the southeastern United States. We are a full-service land and timber sales company. We do with farmland, timberland, cattle property, poultry farms. 866-751-LAND. Go to the website, selandgroup.com.
When driving, click the seatbelt, not the like button. Mom is right. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation. When driving, wear a seatbelt, not a filter. What? Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast Catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
Work, a strong word. Together with force, it's something pretty powerful. Our workforce keeps Alabama growing. So where does it come from? Your Alabama community colleges. Quality classroom learning, hands-on, real job training, all across Alabama. Building enormous ships down south, blasting into space up north. And in between, all the jobs that move us forward. Alabama's community colleges, Alabama's largest training network.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, and it's time now for our Spotlight interview, brought to you by Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success. Joining us now is the president of the AHSAA Radio Network, Randy Lee Jr. Randy, how you doing, man?
Great, JJ. Glad to be here with you, and glad to be talking on a show that we're really proud of here with the Scoreboard Show.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun, and the season just seems to fly by. It's hard to believe. It seems like we were just getting ready for the first show, and now here we are 8-9 weeks in.
Well, it's the reason we love it so much. If something just drug out, you'd be hoping that it comes to the end, but as high school football gets close to 8, 9, 10th week of the season, you start seeing teams that you expected to play well do that, and then other teams, which is the great part of high school football for me, that maybe you didn't expect so much out of, starting to play great football by the end of the year. So it's going to be a fun run as we head into the playoffs.
Again, as we head towards that, I want you to talk a little bit about the programming on the AHSAA Radio Network. We're involved in, obviously, championship games, and whether it's football or basketball, all-star games. Talk a little bit about the upcoming schedule.
Well, we work really hand-in-hand with the TV network, and I can't say enough great things about the High School Athletic Association as a whole. So every year it seems to change. This is one of the shows that we've been steady with, and you're the key there, JJ, is leading our Scoreboard show. But, one thing that I work on daily is social media posts. So we make sure to spotlight as many of our kids here in the state of Alabama with Players of the Week, and we can't thank all of our great sponsors enough for that. So go and find AHSAA Radio Network on all of the major social media outlets. That's something that we work through. But, we've been contracted, I think this is year 19 for the network, to provide the coverage of what was the Super 6 and now the Super 7 for the championship game. So we look forward to being over, and that's kind of moving around a little bit from Tuscaloosa and Auburn to some other markets, Birmingham being one right now that we've already been in once, and look forward to going back. So that's one, and then we'll head into basketball season where we'll cover the semifinals and the finals. We always cover all of the all-star events throughout the year, and those dates have changed, so stay tuned in for those. But plenty of programming out there, and I guess our main one right now is the Scoreboard show leading into the Super 7.
And, of course, on the social media posts, too, you'll find area players of the week and different things like that, too.
Well, it's one of our biggest growth forums right now with the AHSAA, just what we're doing with the social media. And I highly, try to prod everyone out there that if you've got kids or programs or coaches in your community that deserve to be spotlighted, please reach out to us. We're easy to find. AHSAA Radio Network. We make upwards of 250 to 300 posts a month. It's every week that I get an email going, have you heard about so-and-so? How do I get this team or this player spotlighted? And it's real easy. I mean, sometimes we hear about it or we get storylines that come our way, but a lot of times it takes those coaches, parents, administrators to send that information to us. So we prod you as hard as we can to please send our way. There is nobody that we won't spotlight. Everybody's due their spotlight, and that's part of our job here with AHSAA is to bring a positive spin towards our student athletes here in the state of Alabama.
And finally, Randy, in the 45 seconds or so that we have left, I just want to get your thoughts. I know you probably want to say something about, we found out last week about the upcoming retirement of the great Ron Ingram.
He's the best. When you grew up in the 90s, the 80s too, JJ, you hope and prayed that Ron Ingram would do a story on you.
Oh, yeah.
When you pick up a paper, and if you're a good enough athlete for him to do a story on you, you knew you did something right that year. So it is a major, major loss. You can't say enough good things about Ron Ingram.
Randy Lee Jr. with us, president of the AHSAA Radio Network. We try to visit once a year on here. Randy, thank you for the time. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, JJ.
Brought to you by Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Welcome back, everyone, to the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. Andy and Luke, just a couple more segments in tonight's show. You know that Randy Lee.
He's something.
He is something. All right, we're getting more scores on the fours, brought to you by the Alabama National Guard. Luke, I think you got 3A.
In 3, well, in 3A is Mars Hill. I mean, we talked about this before, and they're pretty good. They win 52-0 over Clements. Number 2, Piedmont, 56, Walter Welborn, 16. It was number 3, Fife, 6, and number 5, Geraldine, 17. So Fife goes down tonight. Number 4, Southside Selma. All they did was put up 75 and a win over Thorsby, 75-22. Number 6, Bayside. They win over number 9, TR Miller, 23-14. Number 7, Montgomery Academy, 50, Alabama Christian, 21. Number 8, Gordo, 61, and Carbon Hill, 25. And finally, number 10, Cottage Hill. They defeat Flomaton, 13-7.
In 2A, number 1, Luverne, 8-0, goes down and goes down hot to Goshen, 54-21. Number 2, Coosa Christian, 56. Number 3, Tuscaloosa Academy, 21. Number 4, Reeltown, all over Central Coosa, 54-6. Number 5, Pisgah defeats number 10, North Sand Mountain, 42-20. It was number 6, Pleasant Valley over Section, 42-6. Number 7, Lynette defeats Ranburn, 48-7. Number 8, Ayrton over Geneva County, 35-24. Number 9, Vincent over Greene County, 38-8. Scores on the Fours brought to you each and every week by the Alabama National Guard. We got one final segment remaining. We'll talk a little college football when we come back with more right after these messages.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air is excited to participate in our annual Catch Me in Pink campaign, raising money for cutting-edge breast cancer research. We partnered locally with the Joy to Life Foundation and Vera Bradley to help raise significant funds in support of the cause. Each week, we are giving away prizes locally in addition to our national grand prize, a tropical trip for 2. To enter, simply snap an USSI of you and a pink-clad Dixie employee and enter it on our website. Dixie will donate money for every photo that's submitted, and you will be entered to win big.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Let's come on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
For high school sports in the state of Alabama, nobody has it covered like the AHSAA Radio Network.
Caught at the 25-yard line. What a catch.
Live play-by-play coverage, the latest news, and expert analysis from our team of broadcasters.
State championship games here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. We've navigated
Once he got into the secondary, nobody back there. They're all bunched up right inside the tackle box.
Need a first down here just to get the defense rest. They don't necessarily have to have points.
The football and basketball state championships, all-star games, the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show, and more available in one place. The AHSAA Radio Network.
Running the defense inside the 15, 10, 5, and the Mustangs are on the board.
He's in.
That is a touchdown for the touchdown, and that is so
For live and archived streaming audio and video, information on where to hear the AHSAA Radio Network or how to acquire coverage in your market, visit AHSAARadionetwork.com. Nobody covers Alabama high school sports like we do.
The 6A state championship.
This is the AHSAA Radio Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show for this Friday night, week of October the 24th. We got one more week of the regular season, and then the playoffs begin. Looking so forward to that. All right, some college football going on tomorrow. We always like to look forward to that a little bit. Some big games in the SEC. How about Texas A&M going to Baton Rouge? Texas A&M undefeated.
And they're a favorite, a slight favorite. You don't see that a lot at LSU, especially at night. But, look, I think in the end, this LSU team just has so many problems offensively. I just don't know that they can put up enough points to hang with LSU and Texas A&M. And this may lead to things getting derailed in Baton Rouge. I mean, this is another game where if they lose it, they're out of the playoff.
'Tis the season to be firing.
Yeah, and it may be one of those things where it's just they've seen enough of Brian Kelly. We've had enough. He can't get us there. Ironically, Notre Dame has had better shots at winning the national championship than LSU has since Brian Kelly's been there. He went to that one SEC championship game his first year. He was beaten pretty handily by Georgia. I think that this may be the end of the Brian Kelly regime. Meanwhile, Mike Elko and Texas A&M have everything seemingly going their way. Then you've got Oklahoma and Ole Miss. That's a lot of fun. That game's going to be super interesting. Oklahoma's defense statistically is about as good as anybody's in the country. And you got this Ole Miss team coming in that not great defensively, but offensively they can score with anybody. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to see, a movable object versus irresistible force in a way.
Mizzou and Vandy. That's one that could be very interesting, and the winner is legitimately in the playoff talk.
I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about it. And Vandy, if the playoffs were today, they'd be in. And isn't that crazy to think about?
Vanderbilt's number 10 in the country, Luke.
Yeah, it's bananas. And they got a great shot tomorrow. They play early against Mizzou. They got Nate Bargatze, who I really like a lot as a comedian. He's going to be the guest picker again. And that one's going to be, some can't-miss TV early in the day.
All right, Alabama, I think, is it still about 11.5?
Around 12, yeah.
Over South Carolina.
Yeah.
Columbia's a pretty tough place to play, but they're banged up. Now, every year, South Carolina rises up and plays one game where they play very well above their heads. You said Alabama's been on kind of a heater. They're due for a cool-off game. Could this be closer than the experts think?
Well, there were some guys that were added to Alabama's injury report, Lottie Brooks, Gino Vandermark. Those guys will not be playing in this game, it appears. But in the end, I think that Alabama still they seem pretty focused. So I'm going to take a chance and say Alabama handles things. I do it with a lot of trepidation, though.
Auburn is in Fayetteville. It's supposed to be a steady rain with wind gusts 15 to 20 miles an hour. So just a typical Auburn-Arkansas type game. Arkansas's lost 5 in a row. Auburn's lost 4 in a row. Somebody's going to win a game.
Somebody's got to win it, right? I mean, they can't end in a tie anymore, so somebody's got to win. And frankly, I think it's if it weren't raining, I might favor Arkansas here. I know they're favored in the game anyway, but I think with the rain, I feel like it just gives a big advantage to Auburn. So I'll say Auburn wins this.
I said 28-27 Auburn. We'll see how it turns out. All right, our final scores on the fours brought to you by the Alabama National Guard 1A. Take it away, Luke.
Number 1, Wadley, 49, and number 5, Winterboro, 13. It was number 2, Maplesville, 42, and Verbena, nothing. Number 3, Leroy, 51, Milry, 14, and number 4, McKenzie shuts out Red Level, 62-0. Number 6, Hubbartville and Summerton Christian were scheduled to play, but it appears that game was canceled. Number 7, Addison, 48, Phillips, 6. Number 8, Appalachian, 44, and Valleyhead, 28. Number 9, Hackleburg, 32, and Cherokee, nothing. And Sweetwater upsets number 10, Southern Choctaw, 35-22.
All right, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for us here on the Scoreboard Show tonight. We appreciate so much all of our sponsors out there each and every week. Of course, the Southeastern Group Hotline, the Central Alabama Community College, amongst many, many others. Russell Dewitt Center Game of the Week. So many that I can't thank them all, but I would like to thank all of them. He is Luke Robinson. I am Andy Graham. JJ will be back with you next week. Thank you so much, folks. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.
Let's go over this again. Who starts off with a real Coke taste? Coca-Cola! And then Coca-Cola pitches the real Coke taste to who? Coca-Cola! How is Coca-Cola going to give a real Coke taste to itself? Take a lap, genius! Coca-Cola takes a snap and then pitches the real Coke taste to Coke Zero running up on the right. You got it? Yeah! At that point, we fake punt the real Coke taste. Who fakes the punt?
Coke Zero!
Take a lap! Coke Zero! Real Coke taste!
0 calories!
I wish that people got less excited about celebrities and more excited about people like teachers and firemen. You know, folks who make a difference every day. Well, I bet you had a favorite teacher or a family member who was helped by a first responder. Life Insurance offers these everyday heroes a little something extra, like discounts to help those who help others.
If you're a teacher, preacher, first responder, active military, a state or federal employee, see what Alpha can do for you.
Encore Sports Medicine.
Hey,
Hey,
what are you doing?
just marking off this area here with cones so we can repair the storm damage.
Why?
So no one gets near the down power lines.
Why?
Because down power lines can be dangerous if you touch them. But it's okay, it's okay. That's what we're here for.
Why?
To keep you safe, so you can, walk Fido there.
Her name is Princess Buttercup.
Buttercup, okay.
Work, a strong word. Together with force, it's something pretty powerful. Our workforce keeps Alabama growing. So where does it come from? Your Alabama community colleges. Quality classroom learning, hands-on, real job training, all across Alabama. Building enormous ships down south, blasting into space up north. And in between, all the jobs that move us forward. Alabama's community colleges, Alabama's largest training network.
Thanks for joining us
on the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show. From the mountains to the Gulf Coast, nobody covers high school football like we do. Presented by the Alabama Community College System, Central Alabama Community College, Southeastern Land Group, Russell Dewitt Centers, the Alabama Department of Transportation, Southern Union State Community College, and the Alabama National Guard. It's the AHSAA Radio Network Scoreboard Show from the AHSAA Radio Network.